2020 sucks. A lot. Everything leading up to it, the now pandemic sweeping the world, staying positive can be a real challenge. Personally, I've been self-quarantined since basically the beginning of March. As a horrid asthmatic, a strain like COVID-19 is truly life-threatening, especially when something like the flu can body me. So obviously, I've been in my house playing games. Some new, some old, but I'm here to talk about the top 10 that I've had the most enjoyment playing during these trying times. Just because a game is higher on the list doesn't mean it's an overall better game than the ones below it. Let's begin. I really like card games, and I really like roguelikes. So, here we are. Pick your class, kick some ass, and slay the spire. The strength of this game comes from two things. Its replayability, like any good roguelike, but also balancing the inherent randomness of card games with enemy intent. That there is a hard thing to do, and they nailed it. Without being particularly hardware intensive, it's the perfect game for alt-tabbing back and forth while working. As I am right now. Fez is a game where you spend 1 hour on one puzzle, have zero satisfaction for completing it, and then you spend the next 30 minutes looking at a cube trying to learn how to count. It's a puzzle platformer with more emphasis on puzzle than platforming. Honestly, what kept me coming back was the minimalist immersion. Each area is enticing and begging to be explored. And the music. Ooh. I could have bought Eternal and played it without 2016, but this game is awesome. It's a really good way to take aggression out. Slaying demons, blasting them, mob fights, chainsaws. It just feels good to get some extra aggression out from being trapped inside all the time. The music is awesome, and honestly, I guess we all kind of feel like we're in hell right now, huh? Honestly, this could be substituted for any type of competitive team-based game, League of Legends, CSGO, as the emphasis on the team portion is what's important. Those who play Overwatch know that solo queuing is a straight-up joke, so you have to play with your friends. The rush one gets from intense team fights, making calls, comboing ults and abilities is like a drug. Cocaine. It's like cocaine. This is a spoiler that no one will remember, but this is easily the best Pokemon game with almost no competition. To be fair, I haven't played from Sun and Moon onward, so no Sword and Shield, and it is for sure unfair to say that this is better than those. Give me time, you'll see. Heart Gold and Soul Silver capture everything Pokemon is about, exploring, battling, and the friends you make along the way. Wow, I'm glad I put that disclaimer beforehand. I recently mentioned how this was one of the few JRPGs I still managed to enjoy today. And real talk, this is a top 10 game of all-time contender. But for this list, it's a perfect pick-me-up for some of us in need. Cartoony art style to keep it lighthearted, fun overworld with even more fun combat, and I cannot stress this enough, the best writing in almost any medium ever. Hyperbolic? Probably. But if the 1,000-year door doesn't make you at least do a soft heh, you're dead inside. For times like these, getting a good laugh goes a long way, and Jackbox will make sure that happens. Only one person needs a copy of the game. Everyone else can join in on a browser or phone. It's the perfect game for discording with friends, streaming, and reconnecting with those self-quarantining as well. It also lets you know which of your friends is a monster. Rarely am I so captivated by a title screen. Ori and the Blind Forest takes everything great about Metroidvanias and blends it into the cinematic odyssey. I feel as though the more I talk about it, the more I'll detract from this beautiful piece of art. So here's some gameplay. This game really caught me by surprise. The Hyper Light Drifter pixel style was more immersive than I initially gave it credit for, especially as I started to pay more and more attention to what was going on. This Diablo-esque roguelike really nails combat, with a cast of characters that offer intense variety in how you want to slay massive amounts of foes. The last set of adjectives I'm going to throw at this game is that the medieval sci-fi world has layers of intrigue and emotion I've yet to experience in a game. Except for this one. I really love this game. This was a title that me and my best friends started together with the goal of exploring, trying out combat, and reacting to some gut-wrenching emotions. But I couldn't wait. After our first session, I played after that. Got on the next day, played for hours and hours. Then, when it came time for us to play again, I was at 70% completion. I couldn't put this game down until I was at 100%. Even writing this, recording this, editing the footage, puts a lump in my throat and water in my eyes. Fuck. It might have seemed like a cop-out to include both Ori games and not something more deserving like Animal Crossing New Horizons or maybe something recent like Final Fantasy VII Remake. But if I don't own the game or haven't played them, I can include them. Immersion was a huge point to a lot of these games, as they made me feel. Just generally. They evoked emotions that were very much separate from the day-to-day anxiety that plagues me in times like these. Depression ain't easy. Playing these games reminded me that there are new experiences to look forward to, new memories to make, and stories to be told, even from the comfort and safety of your home. Thanks for watching.